Let's focus on this now. South Africa's flag has been raised high once again. Celebrity chef Siba Mtongana won yet another award for her television cooking show, Siba's Table. The New York Festival TV and Film Awards took place in Las Vegas last week. Applicants from over 50 countries were considered. Siba joins us now from Cape Town. Very good morning, Siba, and also congratulations for yet another award. This time it's the Silver World Medal at the New York Festival TV and Film Awards.
I am super excited. Thank you for having me this morning. It is, it's such an exciting time for me. It's such an exciting time for us as a country. Such an exciting time for Africa as a continent because we are flying the flag very high.
Yeah, very true. Let's talk about food, though, because you think that food is actually an art form. Tell me why.
Well, food is an art form because it is, you could never put, for somebody like me who cooks intuitively and who's also trained, you could never put something into it in an easy way. Food for me is something that you do intuitively, but also the training really helps. So I believe it's the balance between the two.
And how did you come up with Siba's Table? Where did that come from, your show?
So my show, Siba's Table, it's now in its 6th season. It came about when I was headhunted by Food Network many years ago, about 6 years ago to be specific. Then I had my show Cooking with Siba when I was a food editor for Dry Magazine, and then they headhunted me for Siba's Table. And what we wanted was to showcase something that is strongly South African. And because I'm based in Cape Town, we thought, oh my gosh, here's the mountain, and this is my table in my place. And therefore we came up with the name. But it is showcasing my cuisine, African cuisine, South African cuisine, but with a local flair. Lots of influences, whether it be Asian, Spanish, French, etc. But it is to really showcase South Africa in a positive light. Because you must remember, it is aired in more than 135 countries around the world, and it is also translated in over 35 languages. So we film in South Africa, but it goes out globally. So we wanted to make sure that the name captures what we want to put across strongly.
That's fantastic stuff. But you also say that cooking or food was not a career that your parents actually wanted you to embark on.
Definitely not. And in actual fact, my mother was so upset when I chose food as a career of choice. She sat me down. I remember I was in my matric year, 17, turning 18 that year. And Mama sat me down and said, Sibahle, which is my full name, we have worked so hard to get you girls out of the kitchen. Now you voluntarily want to go back. She did not understand this food thing at all. And you must remember, back then, food was not as popular as it was now. It was a very brave step for me to have taken to do food because it was my passion. But they gave me a year, and Mama would never have allowed me, even Dad, to do it if there was no formal training for it. So I decided to do food and consumer sciences, where I majored in food science and nutrition, and that was a 4-year degree. If it was not for that, I would not have been able to do food. So I always feel blessed with the fact that I took the leap of faith and convinced my parents to do it, even though they didn't believe in it. And now they're always happy for me, which is something awesome.
Yeah, which is fantastic. How do you juggle? Because you're married, you've got a couple of kids, and you're also a judge in CHOP South Africa. You seem such a busy woman.
I am, and it's not easy to juggle, but you make it work. What I do is to make sure that I've got structures in place, whether it be at home or the office, because I've got a company called the Siba Company, the Siba Co., and which is a great supporting structure for what we want to achieve in terms of the business. And at home, I'm very fortunate to have my aunt who stays with me, and also somebody who helps me with the children as well. So that provides a really solid structure. I've got an amazing husband, and everybody who's watched Siba's Table will know my husband, Brian, who's really supportive, really involved with the kids, even though he himself has a very demanding job. In terms of the business, I've got a great brand management team, and I also have a sous chef and a few other interns that help me to make sure that whatever projects we're working with, I at least have wings to fly and be able to do all the different things that I have to do. Another thing that I do is I make sure that I exercise. I take time to exercise. I do eat healthy, and even though I put everything is in moderation, to make sure that I am well and that I am healthy in order to be able to take care of whatever task that is ahead of me.
Now, Siba, it's Easter, of course. I've got to ask you, what quick recipe or advice, what are you going to make for Easter for your family? Maybe, let's put it that way.
I'm going to go very traditional with the Easter this time around. Very simple, very traditional. I've got a recipe that I did for Taste Magazine, which is the Woolworths Taste Magazine, which is a bright snook, but in a beautiful dressing, apricot dressing. So I'm going to do that. So even if load shedding comes, I'll be sorted at least with one main. And then I'm going to do my famous roasted lamb. It is always a hit and it is always a winner. And we've got couscous, we've got loads of different salads, and of course I've got my trifle, which is always a winner.
All right, fantastic stuff. Thank you so much. Of course, we're looking forward to your new show. It's called Siba's Adventures, which starts airing on the 26th. Good luck with that one and all the ventures that you're partaking in at the